We'll talk about this for a second. What were we talking about? Doesn't matter. It just got better.
Please welcome Mr. Frank Caliendo to the show.
What a great entrance. I walked in and I met old friends from the hallway.
Wow.
It was somebody from another station down the hall was like, wait a second, are you Frank Caliendo? I'm like, yeah. He goes, okay. And then he walked away and didn't let me in. And then I'm just standing there with these other guys, and which we became great
seriously?
friends. No, yeah. And
sometimes you just know.
And then, and then I was like, "You're not gonna just let me in?" I would have left these guys here in a heartbeat. I have no problem with that. And they're like, "We would have done it too." They're like, "You're just stuck here with these two creepy guys." I'm like, "You have no idea what my life is like. You're 0 on the creepy meter. Creepy meter doesn't even come close to get." They were very nice.
I feel like it's gotten to a point where we should just give you a key fob so you can get in.
I would take it. I have stations where I have that.
You do have the key fob accessibility?
Yeah, I've had that, and entry codes like in Arizona.
You know, but now here you have construction going on, so you'd be
so I also have a key.
peril.
I have a key to a crane.
You do? They gave you a key?
How do you think I got in?
Oh my God!
I didn't take a door. I was dropped in.
It's why when you come up here, so a lot of people don't know, they're actually going to add an atrium onto the building that's going to go up 4 floors. It'll be right outside our window here. So they're actually digging up the whole front of the building. And so we haven't heard it as of yet. But,
Nick let me know in advance.
Did you walk over here?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
What do you think? I think I Ubered from across the street?
I wouldn't put it
How
past you.
lazy do you know that I am?
But it's, I mean, your hotel's literally a block away.
can
Yeah,
see
let's
it.
just tell everybody where I'm staying. That's great.
Room 472.
Then you want to see some creepy facts, guys? I want to tell you guys because I was so excited this weekend. I shouldn't say never. I hadn't been to one of these in a while. It was a comic convention kind of thing.
Yes. Yeah. You're a comic book nerd.
I like comic books. I'm getting into them. I'm getting back into them. I liked them when I was a kid. I'm more into the stuff that my daughter's into. Barbies, My Little Pony. No,
You're into
more. Just looking for a joke.
It just got creepy again.
Yes, no problem. I like to comb their hair. My Little Pony.
You know what they call those bronies?
Yeah.
Is there such a thing? I'll get into it. I got no problem.
It's a legitimate fetish. They're called bronies.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. So, hey Jerry, what I was going to do there was going to get real creepy. So this one was called AceCon, all right, and
Arizona?
No, it's a national thing.
Okay.
I think they might do one in Philadelphia too eventually, but they go all over. And they do major celebrities from the movies.
Yeah.
So Tom Hiddleston was at this one, who was
cool.
Loki.
Yeah, we love Hiddleston. Yeah.
Oh, and he's nicer in person than he is as Loki. First of all, but he's so nice. But he comes up. I don't know if I can never tell this because he was so smooth and so incredible and so British. That he comes over and he knew who I was. And that was one of those moments I'm like, well, this is pretty awesome because my daughter's like, huh?
Well, he's an impressionist as well.
Oh, he was
so
great.
He's got to know your stuff.
Very, very good. Yeah. He comes over and he's talking about, but he has the one-up. Like, he's friends with Jeff Goldblum. So he's talking about Jeff Goldblum. Yes, he's doing this. He's like, he'll come over and he'll be like, how are you? Good. You look great, Tom. You really do. And that's when you meet people, too, it's like that. So we're going back and forth, me and Hiddleston. Tommy, as I like to call him. Tommy and I are going back and forth doing Jeff Goldblum. We're doing some Paccino and stuff like that. It's like, whoa, he does more of the Scarface kind. But so we're doing that, and my daughter's like thinking this is the greatest thing in the world.
Awesome.
And so that wasn't even the end of it. So I want to tell you about this thing too. So they take pictures with people. Like, you can pay. It's expensive.
Like, it can be for a couple $100.
Yeah,
but you're going to get a frameable quality
More
photo.
than that, it was incredible. People were bringing props. People were bringing birthday cakes, fake birthday cakes, and he was doing all of it because it's an expensive thing.
It's like Wizard World here, and
it's
same deal.
very similar. I think it might be from the people who created Wizard
probably
World.
is. Yeah.
There's something. I'd heard that as a rumor. So they're doing that kind of a thing. We keep running into him. And Hiddleston walks up behind me at one point. Who towers over me? I'm 5'6", he's 6'2". He's like, I heard you do a Tom Hiddleston impression. I'm like, no, I don't, but I do the Beatles. That's what it turns into. So then a guy comes in and he goes, Frank! And they were in the back area because originally I was just going to stalk everybody with my daughter. But try and be nice. You know, you guys know what that's like. But
He's looking at his stalkers here in the studio.
No, you do that thing where you respect everybody's space and
Yes.
stuff like that. You do. So we didn't ask for any extra pictures or anything like that outside the times we were supposed to. And this guy comes and he goes, Frank, and it's Todd McFarlane.
Oh, wow.
Spawn.
Yeah.
And
he,
baseball collector extraordinaire.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he sits down and he starts talking. Who's this? This is Juliet. Hey, Juliet. And he starts talking to my daughter. He starts saying, so I actually have this on video. I'll show it to you. I don't have, I never asked him if I could share it with anybody to play. But he says, I created a character called, you ever hear of him, Venom? So I was trying, and he tells the whole story of how he created Venom, which is basically, they wanted him to, and I've never heard this story before, they wanted him to draw the black costume Spider-Man. That was where it was at that point.
Right.
He's like, I don't want to draw Spider-Man. I can kind of do his voice. I don't want to draw Spider-Man. I don't want to draw him in a black costume. Red and blue, right? And my daughter's like, yes, it's red and blue. And he's like, so he starts drawing it there, and he starts going to, he's like, so the reason Venom's created because I was stubborn. I didn't want to do what they wanted me to do. I was like, and
that was the genesis of the character.
Yeah, that's what it says. He's like, we'll make a villain. He'll be the black character, and then the red and blue will be Spider-Man still. We'll all be happy, and that's how it turned out.
Oh.
Yeah, it's surreal.
Did you watch The Family Guy this past weekend or the weekend before with Peter goes to the White House and works in the Trump administration?
No.
Oh, it was a funny episode, but as you can imagine, it skewered Trump a lot. I thought that it was you. I had to watch the credits because it sounded like your impression of Trump, which is a relatively easy impression, I think,
I don't
to
think
do.
it's very hard.
I think that and because of how easy it is, people think that just doing the impression is funny. When that's not the case.
It's not.
Right.
You've always done this.
And mine is tremendous. It really is. There's a lot of people that are talking about my impression. Here's the thing. You guys do a great job. This is probably the #1 show I'll be on right now. And let me say this: the ratings going through the roof. Not even just the roof, through the stratosphere, and Space Force will probably find them. But we'll talk about this for a second. What were we talking about? Doesn't matter. It just got better.
My stuff is silly. My stuff is silly that people who are like on one side or the other, they go, oh, that was great. I had that happen years and years ago in Texas. I was doing George W. Bush.
Yeah.
And they're like, you do, the people on the same show, people go, you must really love him. That was great how you did that. And other people walk out and go, you hate him, don't you? And I was like, you decide. You decide. That's what you want. If you're listening to me for politics, in this venue, you're in the wrong.
But if you're able to nail it both ways like that, then you hit it.
That's how I want to do it. Yeah. And for me, like, there's enough out there for the people that are pro this or anti this that. What am I going to do? Add to one of those sides?
That's our philosophy.
And I don't even believe that I would go. There are things I think that happen that are okay, that are good, and that are bad and awful. And it all happens, and it's whatever. I feel like eventually it's going to work itself out one way or another. But if people just scream and yell from the rooftops, it just makes other people mad.
Yes.
And that's where I come from. And
besides that, Preston and I are big fans of dystopian future movies. So those are cool. Well, however it breaks, whether we're fighting vampires or zombies,
whatever it is,
or whatever, or maybe we're a mailman, Preston, like in the Postman.
Yeah. Listen, my friend Rick and I met up with a lot of people. You just stab them in the brain. That's what you do. You don't grab them by the you-know-what. You stab them in the brain. When you hear that sound, it's tremendous. It gets really, really great.